Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have a really exciting video today. This is about the Sephora sale. There's only 2 of them a year and I go nuts on this sale, like nuts, both of them. The first one is in November and that's 20% off if you're a Rouge or a VIB, and then the next one is in the springtime and I believe that one's 15% off. I actually have all the information written down here, no matter what level you are in the Beauty Insider rewards. So if you're a VIB Rouge, your sale, you get first access, you get the first sale, which is April 13th through the 16th, and you can use code yayrouge or bring your little card that you got mailed and bring that in store, and it's 15% off. You can use it as many times as you want during that time frame. If you're a VIB, your sale starts the 20th through the 23rd and your code is yayvib and your discount is also 15% off. Now during this time frame, the Rouges will also get to shop the sale again, so they get to shop twice. The first time the 13th through the 16th, and then the second time 20th through the 23rd with the VIBs. Now if you're an insider, your date range is the same as before as the VIBs with the 20th through the 23rd. Your discount is 10% and the code is yayinsider. So I like to, a good tip is if you plan on getting concealer or foundation, I like to go in the store ahead of time before your time slot for your sale and shade match myself ahead of time, whether I'm asking a worker in the store to use the little face thing to shade match me, or just taking a foundation I already know matches me, swatching it, and then matching it to something that's in store that I want. So that's a good tip. I go in ahead of time, shade match myself, because it's so hard to shade match yourself online just based off the pictures. So I just go in ahead of time, get that out of the way if I'm planning on buying a foundation or concealer. So I'm going to give you my recommendations on products that I've tried that I really like from Sephora and that I would 100% recommend to you. And then I'm going to go into products that I plan on buying during the sale that are on my wish list, and I cannot wait. The first item is a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, and it is the cheaper of the ones that she actually has. It's the Sunset palette. I ripped this little thing out because I hate these, but this is the Sunset palette. It's, I mean, who doesn't love warm tones? I think everyone's obsessed with warm tones. Very sunsetty, obviously, but this is just such a universal palette that you can use every day, and that's why I recommend it, because this is a palette that's totally worth the money. The quality is there. The colors you're going to use, you can make neutral colors, neutral looks with it. You can do pops of color if you want. You can make a more dramatic eye, but I really love this palette, and it's not as expensive as the really big palettes like the Star palette, and you get 15% off if you're a Rouge or VIB, or 10% if you're an insider. So if you've been eyeing up a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, then this is the time to get one. I highly recommend this one just because the tones are an everyday tones. It's something you could use every day. You know, you've got your white cream color, you've got a darker brown to give you some definition, and then all your other mattes and shimmers in there. This retails for $129, which I know is pricey. But with the discount, if you had 15% off, that brings it down to $109 roughly with some change. And if you had 10% off, it brings you down to around $112. So you do get some money off, which is cool. And you know, if you've been eyeing up a splurge item, this is the time to buy it. And I do really like this palette. I use it a lot. But next I have Vita Liberata. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it's the body blur, and it's a instant HD skin finish, and you put it on your skin to even out the skin tone. I even use it where like I have stretch marks, and it just gives you like a nice color, and it just looks really, really nice. I really like it. I use it all the time on my legs, and it just smooths everything out. It almost looks like you have like pantyhose on, where that smooths everything out, like any veins, any scars, things like that. So it really gives you a nice tan and all that good stuff. So I really like it. That retails for $45, and if you had 15% off, that would bring it down to $38 and some change. And if you have the 10% off, it would bring it down to around $40.50. So I really like this. I see a lot of people using it. It's just a really skin smoothing, beautiful product. Next up is like my favorite thing ever. Like, I just love glitter, obsessed with glitter, and these are the best things ever. These are the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and this is actually my favorite color. There's a bunch of colors, but this one's called Diamond Dust, and it's just like a true reflective silver. I love it. Let me use it on my other hand because I just used that self-tanner thing on there, but it's just so reflective. I mean, look at that. All of them, all the colors are so cool, but this is like my favorite color. But if you've been eyeing up and you really like glitter, any color of these are really good. They're really, really cool, and I always wear them all over my lid. These retail for $24, and if you had 15% off, around $20.40, and if you have 10% off, then it would cost you around $21 and some change. So I think that they're really cool. If you really like a pop on the lid, this is the way to go. The Magnificent Metals liquid eyeshadows, the Glitter and Glow eyeshadows are so cool. Next, I have, if you're a really big fan of liquid lipsticks, I have the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick Mini Set. I use this all the time because these are like the really popular mauvey, nude, brown shades. I really like this formula. It's actually one of my most favorite formulas of liquid lipstick. And you get, honestly, you're never even going to go through a whole tube, because there's so many colors, and I use them all the time. Literally like one of my favorite formulas, and this retails for $49, and if you have the 15% off, you'll get $9.80 off, and if you have the 10% off, you get $4.90 off. So I think this is a really good value for all the colors that you get. You get Exorcism, Lovecraft, Ludwig, Sanctuary, Hawkwind, Damned, and Witches. But yeah, these are really, really good shades. I love all the shades, and I wear them all the time. So I think it's really worth the money to get a whole bunch, because you're never gonna go through like one entire tube. And on the trend with Kat Von D is the Face Contour Shade and Light palette. This is my go-to palette every day, and it's been for like a year. As you can see, it's messy, you know, I use it all the time. But you have your brightening shades up here, you even have a salmon-y pink one, and then all of your contour shades down here. I always mix these two, and then if I'm like really self-tanned, I use the really dark one. But it's really great for travel. You know, you got your mirror, and it's got all the colors you would need to sculpt out your face for brightening and contouring. You don't need anything else. So this is really worth the value because you're getting everything in one palette. This also retails for $49, just like the mini lipstick set, so the same discounts you would get would apply to this. And I take this everywhere. When I travel, I use it on a daily basis. I don't use anything else, honest to God. It's just a universal face palette. Next thing is a really normally expensive splurge product, but you do get either 15 or 10% off, and it's the Clarisonic Mia 2. I use this to clean my face at night, and I use it occasionally for foundation. So it comes in this box similar to this, and you have your charger, your brush head, and your tool itself. And I think it's really cool because you can use it for makeup and for cleansing your face at night. So you can get two uses out of it, and it blends everything really seamlessly into the skin. I really like it. And they have like all different sets on Sephora. Like they have some that come with like a Tatcha item, different cleansing item. So that retails for $169, and if you had 15% off, that would be $25.35 off, which is pretty cool. And then if you had 10% off, it's $16.90 off. So if you've been eyeing up any of the Clarisonic items, now's the time to get some money off for that because it's totally worth it. I really like the tool. You always hear like Tati talking about it, how much she likes it, and I genuinely like it. I don't always use it, but I do use it. It's either my beauty blender or that with the makeup head on it. Next thing I would suggest is a foundation, this is my favorite foundation that's high-end, and it's the Yves Saint Laurent All Hours foundation, and I'm in the shade B30 Almond, and it's more of a matte finish, so if you're super dry, you may not like it, but I think that if you hydrate well, you'd be fine, because I've used it when I've been super dry in the winter and it's been fine. And I've used it actually with this Clarisonic and with the Beauty Blender, and I like it both ways. but this is my most favorite high-end foundation. It makes my face look really smooth, and it doesn't sink into my laugh lines as easily as my other foundations. I have really bad problems right here and right here in the middle of my top lip because I have a dimple there. A lot of people don't have creasing there, but I do. So yeah, this is like my favorite foundation ever. So I would recommend this one highly if you have combination skin or oily skin, even dry skin, as long as you hydrate. So really you could get any foundation you've been eyeing up at the sale. I just recommend that one because it's my favorite. So this costs $58 retailed, and if you had 15% off, you'll get $8.70 off. And if you have 10% off, this will get you $5.80 off. Now into some skincare. By far, my favorite moisturizer is the Drunk Elephant La La Retro Whipped Cream. Absolutely 100% recommend. It has a little pump on it, so you don't like dig your hands in there. Dylan loves this. My boyfriend, he has super dry skin, and this is what he uses. He steals mine all the time, and I hate it. But yeah, he steals mine all the time, and this is what I use every night before I go to bed. I even use it during the day when I'm really dry before I put makeup on. It's by far the best moisturizer I've ever tried. This retails for $60. It's a little bit pricey, but I'm telling you, this is the best moisturizer ever. It's just so hydrating. And I used to have more oily skin, but now I have combination, and it's fine. It's really fine. It just really moisturizes, keeps everything healthy. If you have 15% off, that's going to get you $9 off, and if you have 10% off, that's going to get you $6 off. So totally worth it if you're in the market for a really good face moisturizer. The other one that I think is really good and worth the money is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. I used to use this one before I discovered the Drunk Elephant one. So if you want one that's a little bit cheaper and that's still good, this one is just really good. It's really thick. My boyfriend used to steal this from me too. He kind of just steals whatever face moisturizer I have. But this is a really good one too. Maybe if you don't want to spend as much money as the Drunk Elephant one. And they have different sizes, but the largest size is $30, which is half of what Drunk Elephant is. And I still think this is a really good face moisturizer. So $30, and then if you have 15% off, that's going to get you $4.50 off. If you have the 10% off, that's going to get you $3 off. So totally worth it. And then for an eye cream, my favorite one that I've been using for a good 5 months now is the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm. And you get a lot in here, honestly. This is still my first jar, and I've had it for like 5 months, and I use it every night before I go to bed. I use it under my eyes, on my eyelids, all around the eye area. And it's just really hydrating because my under eyes get super, super dry. And this retails for $48, and if you use your 15% off discount code, you're going to get $7.20 off. And if you have 10% off, you're going to get $4.80 off. So this is my favorite eye cream. This is what I've been using for months now. I use one of these two face moisturizers and then my eye cream. Yeah, so that's all my recommendations. So now I'm going to go into what I plan on buying, which seems like a lot, but I seriously have a problem. Yeah, I think a lot of us do have makeup addiction problems, right? I mean, that's why we're here. But yeah, seriously, I do have a problem. But yeah, so let me open up my wish list here, and I'll tell you what I plan on buying. I actually went today to shade match myself for some foundations, because my favorite things to buy, like some people really like collecting lipstick. My thing is eyeshadow and foundations. Like those are my two things, eyeshadow and foundations. So the first thing I'm going to buy for sure is the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. I've heard so many good things about it, and I really need like a radiant foundation that's going to last all day, that isn't too matte. It's more like a satin finish. So I really have been eyeing up this foundation forever, and it retails for $49, and I'll get my 15% discount on that. And I swatched this shade Punjab, and that seems to be my shade, so I'm definitely going to be getting that. And then the other foundation, there's probably, I think I want to get two more foundations. I have a thing. The Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I swatched myself in the shade Buff, and that one just mainly because of Tati, honestly, because she wears it all the time, and she said that's like her favorite foundation at the moment. That's like the main reason why I really want that foundation, and it looks just so nice on her skin. So I really want that foundation. And then the other one I might get is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation because everybody seems to love that too. And Tati also said she liked that one. And that one just looks really pretty. So I think probably gonna get those 3 foundations in my shade. And don't forget, even if it doesn't quite match, you can bring it back and exchange it for your shade. And then the other thing, which I'm on the fence about, is the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Protective Primer. That looks so interesting to me. Like you take it up on the little spatula thing and it just smooths everything out to be flawless. I've seen like mixed reviews on it, but I really want to try it. That retails for $52, which I don't know. I'm on the fence with that. I may or I may not buy it. I'm gonna do a haul video after I actually buy whatever stuff I decide on, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm thinking about that primer. We will see. The other thing I want, remember I was talking about the Stila glitter liquid eyeshadows. I love these, and there's another shade that I really want that's in the shade Gypsy. It's like a mid-tone lilac. I don't have a color like that, like that's glitter, so I really want that color. So that's why I recommended this, because they're really, really cool, and I really want that color. And those, again, retail for $24. The other thing I want is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder, because everybody said it's so nice to set the face with because it feels like water and it just melts into the rest of your makeup and just makes everything seamless, but that it wasn't good to set under your eyes with. So I'll probably just continue using my Coty Airspun powder underneath my eyes, and then use that Becca Hydra Mist one that feels like water that like melts into your makeup on the rest of my face. I'm really interested in finding a new powder because that's one thing I haven't had in a long time, is a new powder. The next thing I have been dying to get my hands on is that Anastasia Beverly Hills Amazing highlighter. That just looks like heaven in a compact, like seriously. I'm definitely 100% getting that. I really want that. That's like something that when you get it, you're never gonna run out of it, just because there's so much in there, and the type of formula that it is different from any other formula that Anastasia has come out with before. So that's definitely something I'm getting. And then what's next? I'm on the fence about this one too. It's the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, the one that's in the pot. I'm not sure. I didn't actually shade match myself in that. I forgot about that, but I'm on the fence about that. We'll see. What else in makeup? And then I'll go to skincare. Oh, the Milk Makeup Gold Foil Face Gloss. I saw Sephora promote that someone used that like on their eyes to give it like a wet look, and it looked so cool. That's kind of an in-trend thing right now, is the wet eyelid look. Some people hate it, but I actually really like it, and I can see myself using that in different areas of my face besides the eyelids. Now on to skincare. I would love to get the Drunk Elephant C Firma Day Serum. I tried a trial size of that and I really liked it, so I would like to get the full size since I get the discount. And then the L'Occitane Shea Butter Ultra Rich Body Cream. I heard Casey Holmes talk about that, and I've just been really needing a good body cream because I don't really use anything except Jergens, and I'm like kind of tired of it. I want like a nice rich body hydrating cream. And then what else? Oh, there's a Kiehl's Cream de Corpse Soy Milk and Honey Whipped Body Butter. That's like another body one. I'll probably pick between one or the other for that. And then the Ole Hendrickson Banana Bright Eye Cream. I've been using this for so long that I'm just like ready for a new one. Something different. And then Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. That's so pricey, and I used to have it in like a smaller size, but I ran out of it so quick, and I really liked it, so I'd like to buy the full size. And the next thing is the Versali Rose Gold Elixir. You see that literally everywhere on Instagram, YouTube, and I really would love to put that like underneath my foundation, especially like a more matte foundation like my YSL All Hours, and put that underneath just to give it a more of a radiant look and just a fresh, glowing from within look. The other thing that I might get is the Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. On the fence about that. Surprisingly, like no. Oh, the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, because it's just like a nice small like this size palette that has neutral shades in it. That's just an everyday palette. A lot of people were like advertising it as like a wedding palette because it's something you could totally do a wedding look out of. and I would just love to have an everyday palette. I have so many eyeshadow palettes, so it's my number one thing that I just love to hoard, but I would just like a palette that I just can easily grab that's small and use to travel. And then the other thing that literally like I just saw come out like the last couple days is the new either the Fenty Beauty Body Glow stuff that she had with the buffer, or the Sol de Janeiro one. They're both like different formulas, but they both look so pretty, and since summer's coming up, where I'm at on the East Coast, that would just look so just like glowing, radiant from within, like healthy skin, especially even like because I'm about to compete. I'm like, maybe I could put that on top of like all the tan. So that's all the stuff I plan on getting, and I'm really excited. I know it seems like a lot, but I have an obsession. But yeah, that's what I plan on getting, and I hope you enjoyed the recommendations that I had for you on stuff that I've tried that I really like from Sephora. And I will probably do a haul video just to show everything that I did get, and there's probably going to be some stuff that I do get that I didn't mention from my list. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.